Hello and welcome to the Dart Show. Now this month we have a special edition. We're going to be filming from the Sunbet's PDC Fishing Championship in Bedfordshire. Now we have a whole host of darts players, sporting legends and celebrities. They're all going to be battling it out today to raise as much money as they can for Parkinson's UK. Now as you can imagine, we've got an action-packed show. Here's what's on the way. We'll be speaking to some familiar faces as they aim to win money for a very worthy cause.
It's just like going for double top to win the World Championship. It really was. I was more nervous.
We go on tour with the top players as the World Series gets underway in Dubai.
It's going to be different. It's going to be hard. It's going to be quite hot, I should imagine.
We speak to the Hybrex brothers as they teamed up for the World Cup of Darts.
Did you get that?
And we hear from shooting star Rob Cross.
I'm definitely getting one of these bad boys when I win the match play.
Well, it wouldn't be a darts show if I wasn't joined by darts reporter Dan Dawson and former Players champion Paul Nicholson. Now, welcome to the show, guys. A little bit of a different setup. We are, of course, stood in front of a lake because it is the annual PDC Fishing Championship, hopefully raising lots of money for Parkinson's UK today. Now, lots of celebrities here, lots of darts players and sports personalities. What are you most looking forward to seeing today?
Seeing some of these sports personalities in a different environment for me. You look at someone like Derek Chisora, who's used to being bloodied and sweaty in a boxing ring. He's going to be at a nice, calm fishing lake today, so it'll be interesting to see how he handles it, and all the other sports stars. Yeah, and what about yourself, Dan? Who are you most looking forward to seeing today?
Bobby George, for me. He's the man who invented the walk-on. He's an entertainer. I'm not quite sure what kit he's going to... He's probably have a solid gold rod or something sat around.
Probably,
here.
yeah.
But he is an entertainer. I'm hoping he's as entertaining at fishing as he is at darts.
Yeah, well, put fishing aside for a moment. Let's talk about darts and let's talk about the world rankings as they stand at the moment. What do you make of it?
Well, you can see that the 32 there. We've got a couple of players in the 32 here today. You've got the man in 13th, Ian White, number 31, Darren Webster. Had a couple of guys drop out of that top 32, which is important to be as high as possible. But Jamie Lewis, John Henderson, both outside of that top 32. The man making moves at the minute, though, Cristo Reyes, up to number 28.
He's now the highest ranked player in that top 32 that hasn't won a title. So he's been ready to strike over the last few weeks. In the Euro Tour, he's really started to break the glass ceiling of who he can beat and who he can't. So now it's time for him to shoot on and see what he can do as far as winning titles now. Yeah, well, one man knocking at the door of the top 16 is Gerwyn Price. He had a great debut in the World Series in Dubai. We caught up with him just before the event.
Excuse the mess. Looking a bit tired, to be honest with you. I got here about 1 o'clock this morning, so only a few hours sleep. It's going to be a great experience, you know. It's only 8 players out here and, you know, top 4 in the world as well. It's going to give me some good experience playing against the top players. I'm very grateful for the PDC to invite me out here, and you know, hopefully I can grasp it with both hands and do myself justice out here this week. Sweating Welshman.
Anyway, how come we stuck with a new boy? Eh?
It's because it's the best of him.
Yeah, I have advice off Peter and people like Mervyn King, Rob Thornton, all the old heads. No, fair play. They give you some good advice, which helps. No, first when I started playing on the Europeans, I was nervous first of all, first 2 or 3 tournaments on stage, but everyone now it just gets easier and easier, and I never get nervous, just overthink things and try a little bit too hard and expect too much sometimes. Looking around and seeing the different players, you need to pinch yourself sometimes, but yeah, no, I think I deserve to be here, and off the past couple of months, the way I've played, so I'm always relaxed and pretty cool, calm and collected, so yeah, it seems to be going all right so far.
You enjoyed it?
Loving it. The more I'm playing and the more events I'm getting, I'm sort of getting used to it now. I'm not the best of speakers, if I'm honest. I get more nervous speaking than I do playing darts. So I've always believed in my ability. You know, I've beaten the best players in the world now, and I know I can do it. So I just need to build on the confidence of the game. Hopefully I can just perform well and put a good account in of myself. And I've got James Wade in the first round, so it's going to be a tough game no matter who you draw. But hopefully I can come through that game, and anything can happen after that. It's going to be different. It's going to be hard. It's going to be quite hot, I should imagine, but you know, I'm up for the challenge. I throw quite a firm dart, so I was going to put another gram on my darts, but I think that'll probably affect my head more than anything, so I decided not to. No, I'm going to get a lot of practice on the stage and hopefully maybe throw them a little bit firmer than what I usually do.
Well, Gerwyn Price certainly did do himself justice, didn't he?
He certainly did, and by winning his opening game against James Wade, all right, he was beaten in the semi-finals by Michael van Gerwen. What it has done, it's meant that his name was first on the list when spots open up in Shanghai and Vegas, the next two World Series events. Adrian Lewis withdrawing because his wife's expecting another baby. And Gerwyn Price has probably, off the back of that win, got in those events as well. So more opportunities for him to go and show what he can do.
The final was something out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
You don't ever get to see people averaging 110. In Dubai, the weather has always been conducive to the odd swerve or bounce out or some sort of deflection. But they just proved that it can be done outdoors, and it's just really mouthwatering for the future.
Yeah, well, the World Series continues. We're heading to Shanghai next, then Las Vegas.
Yeah, and a brand new event has just been announced as well. So after the Australia and New Zealand leg, just before the World Series darts finals, we'll be doing one in Germany. It's going to be in Dusseldorf, and we don't know the full lineup of everybody who's going to be there yet. The top two players in Germany look like they're going to be there, Schindler and Max Hopp, but loads of other qualifiers as well. And look, another opportunity for players around the country to test themselves against the best in the world.
Yeah, well, from Frankfurt to Bedfordshire, let's crack on and move forward with the start of the PDC Fishing Championships 2017.
It's actually just a gathering of people that enjoy a day around the lake. It's a total contrast to the normal life of pressure, because the only pressure here is if you don't do well, everyone takes the mick out of you. So it's going to be a relaxing, fun day.
This is my world, isn't it? Whenever you've not seen a noon near a pond, you know what I mean?
This means more. We need to win this weekend. You know, I need to go back next week to Germany or to Barnsley with the bragging rights all year with Darren Webster.
We've got some good anglers here, obviously. You want to win if you can.
The PDC Fishing Championship sees 6 teams of 4 compete here at Manor Park. The team captains throw 9 darts each to determine who picks the pegs first.
121.
The fishermen then have 4 hours to catch. At the end of the day, the team who's caught the most weight wins. These are the teams and the peg positions. Team 1 sees Trina Gulliver captain the ladies team on pegs 1 to 4. Team 2 sees Sunbet's Jason Lovett as the captain. They're on pegs 5 to 8. Team 3, the chairman's team, captained by Darren Webster. They're on pegs 9, 10, 16 and 17. The snooker team, captained by Steve Brown. They're on pegs 11, 18, 23 and 24. PDC darts team, Team 5, captained by Ian White. They're on pegs 12, 13, 14 and 15. And finally, Team 6, the Anglers male team, captained by Scott Mitchell, on pegs 19, 20, 21 and 22.
It's 1 p.m. It's time for the bait to meet its fate.
Charlotte, PDC walk-on goal. Charlotte, what a start. How many fish have you caught?
I've caught 10.
10?
Yeah, but they're only little, so...
Yeah, but that's a whole shoal of fish.
Yeah, hopefully, you never know. Just keep catching the little ones and you never know.
Are you actually a fisherwoman?
No.
So this is luck?
Yeah, it's all luck.
We're all competitive people, and professional sportsmen are the most competitive in the world. You know, a boxer, I mean, Sam Eggington has never fished, and I said to him, "You'll enjoy the day." He said, "I'm here to win." And he didn't. There wasn't any humour. He said, I want to win. I want to smash up Steve Davis so bad, I can't tell you. I mean, I don't even call him Steve Davis anymore. He is DJ Thunder Muscle. But when it comes to angling, he's got this thing about him. He's been my friend for 40 years plus, but he's such a deep purist on everything. I want to smash him up.
Steve Davis, 6-time world snooker champion, superstar DJ, and a man that Barry Hearn has already identified as the one person he wants to destroy in this competition. Does that put added pressure on you, Steve?
No, because I think it's misplaced. I think he should be looking further afield than me. But obviously, you know, if you've brainwashed somebody enough times in other sports that you've beaten them so often, it becomes an issue. But you know, there's proper fishermen out there you should be worried about, not me.
Has this started well today? I mean, you're right next to Mr. Hearn, as I'm contractually obliged to call him.
It started well and badly. We got a big carp on that then went under some sort of thing called a tree. What's the term, Andy? Smashed us up?
Do it.
It smashed us up.
Mm.
Not in a DJing sense, in a fishing sense. And the end result is that since then, it feels like we've missed our chance.
PDC director, former world #1 and 2-time world match play champion, Rod Harrington. All the gear, Rod, haven't you? You've got all the gear when it comes to fishing.
Yes, and the old saying, no idea, I think, as well.
Well, I'll let you say that. It's not going that well, is it?
No, I've got a few small ones, but because there's a few people pulling carp out, I'm going to have to try and go for a couple of big ones.
Ooh, pressure's on.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah. When you see people getting carp, you know, small fish are not going to hack it. So I've just come and feed and pellet in the marges, and hopefully a monster will come along.
Is it going to be as big as your 125 checkout against Ronnie Baxter in the World Match Play?
It'll never be that big.
Well, make sure you join us after the break as a PDC Fishing Championship continues and we look back at the World Cup of Darts. Welcome back to the Dart Show. Now this month we're filming from the Sunbet's PDC Fishing Championship, where we see a whole host of darts players, celebrities and sporting heroes battling it out to raise as much money as they can for Parkinson's UK. Now June saw the 7th stage of the World Cup of Darts. Now Paul, you've played in the event before. What's it like, 32 nations battling it out, playing in pairs? How does that differ?
It's difficult because the whole season we play very singular darts. It's just go out there and do your best for yourself. When you're playing for your country and you're playing with someone else, there's a different kind of pressure. And it was definitely the case for myself and Simon Whitlock when I played with him. But it lends itself to shocks, as we've seen with tournaments in the past over the course of the last 7 years. People tend to get up there and are very cohesive. They work well together. Sometimes it doesn't work for other nations, and that's why we get the shocks.
Well, one pair that certainly work extremely well together is Kim and Ronnie Huybrechts from Belgium. We caught up with them ahead of the event in Frankfurt. Since 2013, brothers Kim and Ronnie Huybrechts have teamed up to form a unique darting partnership representing Belgium at the World Cup.
It feels really good to be back in Frankfurt. World Cup of Darts, it's a yearly event we really look forward to.
All the best.
We enjoy it so much because it's a doubles tournament. We always used to play other tournaments in the doubles. We've won quite a few titles in the doubles, and it's something different.
It's something special because I think we are the only country who have brothers or even family, so it's something special. And then with your brother on the big stage, what more can you want?
We always know what to say to each other when one is bit down because of a bad score, or the other one has a 180, he knows how to calm me down.
Did you get that?
When you give it large, you get the adrenaline rushing. Sometimes that's a good thing, but often it's a bad thing as well. And especially in these tournaments, when you have someone on stage saying to calm down, because then sometimes you start to rush the darts and then you hit a 45 after a maximum, so that's no good. So luckily for me, then Ronnie's there to say, calm down now.
Oh, lucky goal, 1-0. Because sometimes you can jump all over the stage. And I have to say, hey, take it easy. We have a next leg or another score we need, or a double to win it, so calm down and it's gonna be okay then. Yeah, I'm the
older
boss.
brother.
I'm the boss.
Well, fondest memories, I think the year we played the final. Our father passed away a couple of months before that, so that was a special tournament for us. He always, well, his biggest wish was for us to play something like that tournament, and reaching the final there was an amazing feeling.
Yeah, the emotion really helped us. Just at the end, it was a little bit too much for me, and then I broke down in tears, but that happened. I think if it's only a double game, we can win the tournament easy. We have a good chance. Now, all depends on him. He has to win the single game, so...
Well, you have to win one as well.
I know, we're gonna win the double game now.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
So they made the semi-finals and Kim had an average of 121. Impressive stuff going on.
Very impressive. The second highest televised average we've ever seen from an individual player. But Paul said before that a little bit with the high breaks lads that it leads to shocks, this format. And my word, we saw some shocks. Singapore knocking out Scotland early. That was as big a shock as Spain beating England the very first time we had the World Cup. We saw Russia beating Australia, a run from Germany to the quarter-finals. They could have knocked out the Dutch. Martin Schindler was 2-0 up on MVG, but Raymond van Barneveld and Michael van Gerwen, when they get together, they're very special in that pairs format, aren't they?
They're very special. I think there have been other great pairings over the course of this event in the last 7 years, but they've taken it to another level now. They were unbeatable at pairs, and if you're good at pairs, you're going to win a World Cup. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, from the world of darts, let's move on to the world of fishing and get back out on the lake and see what's been going on.
So, out around the lakeside, Steve the Bomber Brown, not only top player himself, but the man running the Junior Darts Corporation. Bomber, look, you've even got that. You've got all the gear, haven't you? Carp Couture. I like that. How's it going?
Not too bad. We started off well. We caught one in the first 5 minutes, but not much since.
Right. So, change your tactic. What happens?
I'm governed by these two, really. I don't. What, change your tactic, boys, or not?
Well, not yet.
No, not yet.
We've literally got no idea how to make things better. However, the Junior Darts Corporation, that is getting better and better and bigger, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going really well, and you know, it's been 6-7 years hard work for us, but you know, it's a vision that we had a long time ago, and it's finally coming to fruition. So, yeah, long way to continue.
Jackie Oatley, the face of ITV Darts. Jackie,
Not
there's
ITV fishing, definitely not. I'm never going to be the face of that.
There's not a lot of activity over here, is
Oh
it?
God, it's all a bit quiet. The banter's great, the fishing less so. Bobbins. In fact, we got a bobbin there. It's beeped once for a nanosecond, and I got really excited. I got that adrenaline rush. Oh my God, nothing. Nothing.
Well, how about we stop talking about fishing for a moment? Let's talk darts.
Let's do that.
Big news. New deal ITV. Signed on for 3 more years for all the big tournaments. Good news for ITV viewers.
Very good news for ITV viewers. Very good news for us, because we've flaming love doing darts. It is the most fun it's possible to have of an evening, of a weekend. We know that.
Yes.
I think lots of other people know that too. And it's just brilliant to be able to do it, because we just have the best time ever. And it's supposed to be work, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the diary in my iCal as green, which is my work one. But technically, it's work. But it's not really work, is it? Because it's just way too much fun.
Scott Mitchell, former Lakeside champion. Scott, you're not even fishing at the moment because have you got this in the bag already? You've already reeled in a monster.
No, actually, I'm a real amateur and don't do a lot of fishing at all. So the one that I've already reeled in is like, you know, it's made me day really. I'm just here in my armchair now.
That could actually help you win this against a lot of very experienced fishermen, couldn't it?
You know, I don't know that much about fishing, so it might be. You know, no, what a really exhilarating experience. So. Yeah, no, that was really cool. Really cool. It's just like going for double top to win the World Championship. It really was. I was more nervous. And the cameras come over to watch you land it, and you're not in your comfort zone. So I'm pleased it came in.
Mark Williams, two-time world champion snooker player, just had the weigh-in halfway through the day, Mark. Just shy of £6. Happy with that?
Yeah, we haven't caught many, but had a nice bream at the end there, about £4 or £5. But it's just a good day, you know. Hopefully after a bit of food, I can catch some carp.
After 2 hours of fishing, we have the first weigh-in. If we take a look at the leaderboard, we can see in 4th position, it's PDC chairman Barry Hearn with £5. In 3rd place, snooker player Mark Williams is there with £5 14 ounces. And in 2nd position is Ian White with £6 and 6 ounces. And in 1st place is Anglers Male captain Scott Mitchell with a whopping £8 9 ounces. It's that time of the month for Paul Nicholson to get himself back on the board for our monthly darts school.
I cannot stress to you enough how important it is to be able to count properly when you're playing darts on this thing here. So what we're going to do today is give you some tips and tricks just to make sure that you don't make any mistakes in a game. Traditional counting, back in the old days, they were using this all of the time, the treble 20. Nowadays, however, they're using the board as a broader spectrum to leave the doubles that they actually like a lot. The best example of this is Mensah Suljovic. He will do anything in his power to leave double 14. He's good all around the board, but if he leaves that one, he's going to win the leg. The Dutch influence of counting when Barneveld, when Klaassen, Van Gerwen and Van der Voort came to the PDC, everything changed. They started using the treble 19, the treble 17, the treble 18 and the bullseye a lot more to give themselves more 2-dart shots as opposed to 3-dart shots. They were getting more shots at doubles and that changed everything.
And Michael Van Gerwen wraps it up.
Let me give you an example of really good counting. You've got 306 points left in a game of 501. If you hit a single 20, doesn't matter what you do with the next 2 darts, you can't leave a finish. If you do hit a single 19, however, you can then hit a treble 19 and a treble 20 and leave a finish. These are the kind of things that win you games and give you more opportunities. The last thing you want to do is miscount. When you touch that oki with your foot, you really need to know what on that board you're going to hit. So if you're not sure, step back and much like a golfer over a very important putt, just take a moment and then reassess it before you go for the board.
After the break, our anglers are back at their pegs as the PDC Fishing Championship continues. Hello and welcome back to the Dart Show. Now we're filming a very special edition this month. We're filming from the Sunbets PDC Fishing Championship in Bedfordshire. Now we've got a whole host of darts players, sports personalities and celebrities all battling it out to raise as much money as they can for Parkinson's UK.
Spencer Oliver, former European champion boxer, turns out quite a handy fisherman.
I don't know about handy. I don't think lucky's the word. Yeah, it's going all right. It's going all right, Dan. I've had a carp out, about £4 carp and a £2 bream, so we're doing all right, and a few little ones as well.
In contention, did you expect to be at this point of the day?
I always expect to be. I'm not even going to lie about it. I'm quite competitive, but listen, the fish don't know who's on the end of the rod, do they? So I've just got lucky. Yeah, but it's going all right. It's going all right. I've sort of little glimmer of hope I might be snatching this.
You never lose that competitive instinct as a professional sportsman, do you?
I've tried to get rid of it and I can't. You know, even before I turned up, I've won this competition before, by luck as well, just caught 2 big fish. But travelling it down, I thought, yeah, I'm going to win this. I just can't get rid of that edge. And yeah, it's going all right. I've got a great guy working with me, Tony, and we're doing well.
Spencer Oliver has just reeled in a pretty big fish, but on the peg right next door is Darren Webster, world number 31 Players Championship final semi-finalist. You've pulled a decent one out as well, haven't you?
Yeah, that's getting there now, £6, but I lost one just before that as well, so hopefully then they're coming on. So if we can get them feeding, 3 or 4, and you got to shoot.
You did fancy your chances at the start of the day, but it didn't start very well. Is this a late surge to glory, Darren?
Yeah, that's it. Well, the first bite I got was when I ate me dinner. So... So that's, you know, so that tasted quite good, but that last fish tasted better.
Barry, you ended the first half very, very strongly. Time's ticking away in the second half. You're going to need another big finish here.
I like the penalty shootout finishes in all sport, you know. And I've got no choice because I've caught nothing in the second half so far. So my only chances with 45 minutes to go is to get lucky. And well, looking at the rest of my life, I don't think you can ever rule me out from getting lucky, can you?
Yeah, a little bit of luck and a sudden death leg at the end. It could be Mr. Hearn coming up trumps again, could it not?
Well, you know what they believe in is like, I don't feel the pressure, you know. Pressure's for losers. Winners embrace pressure. This will all end in tears in 45 minutes when nothing happens, of course. But for the moment, like everything else, I'm remarkably optimistic.
Excellent. It's obviously a day of fishing, but big news in the darts with the new ITV deal. That is significant for viewers at home, isn't it, as well as darts itself?
Well, I think, you know, we've been very fortunate to deliver a lot of value to our sponsors and our broadcast partners. Darts is hot, we all know on Sky it's the second highest rated sport behind Premiership football, consistently over hours during the year. Other broadcasters are not slow to appreciate that, obviously, because their job is to provide their viewers with the very best in entertainment. And darts doesn't get much better than what we're delivering at the moment. So on the back of, you know, Taylor's last year and Van Gerwen's dominance and the rise of people like Darryl Gurney and Gerwin Price creating a little bit, something new's happening, some great youngsters coming through. It's no surprising that the broadcasters are chasing us, not just in the UK, but globally. Over the last 5 years, we've seen something like a 300% increase in our TV rights values. And I think that's looked set to continue. And the news that ITV are going to commit through for the next 4 years is a big plus, because it's a free-to-air broadcaster. It hits another audience for us. It's part of our portfolio of TV broadcasters, as we announced BBC a couple of weeks ago. So we're really saying, you know, we're out there as a major sport, and we have to believe in ourselves, because we're delivering some amazing entertainment with some world-class darts players that are giving us drama that you can't buy on a consistent week-in, week-out basis. That's the great thing about it. So I'm so pleased to welcome ITV back into our family, and it is a family. And I'm looking forward to extending relationships with other broadcasters over the next few months.
Where else to find Bobby George than Lakeside? Bobby, how's it going?
Awful at the moment. No, I've had one little knock all day. We tried everything. Fished the pole, caster, maggot. It should pick up silverfish, nothing. Feeder, nothing. Waggler, no, we tried everything. It's just, we're not having it at all.
Time's running out. Is there one last play that you've got?
Well, it's not up to me, it's up to them in the lake, isn't it? You don't know, it's never over till it's finished. You get 2 fish, you'll win it probably. But we haven't had no luck at all today, nothing.
Trina Gulliver, the record-breaking, history-making women's multiple world champion. You seem to have stuck on a few extra layers as this day's gone on.
Yeah, I've got a few on. Yes, it's quite windy down this way, actually. Well, it was earlier in particular, so that's my excuse for not catching too many.
So it's not gone that well?
No, I've got 6 fish, but they're not big ones. And there's always that one that got away.
We reckon there was an enormous one on the end of the line.
Well, enormous, you know, bigger than the rest.
Still a little bit of time left. There's a chance for this to turn around for you.
Yeah, of course, you know, and like you say, a lot of time left. And did my float just go under then? Oh no, it's my imagination. Sorry.
Derek Chisora, heavyweight boxer. Derek, you've caught a fish?
No, I haven't caught anything.
And I mean, your stuff's over there. So are we basically writing this off?
Yeah, this is a whitewash. This is a whitewash.
Would it be easy if you got in there and just started punching fish?
It'd be easy if I had a shotgun and start shooting the water and see what floats up.
Yeah, that's not really fishing.
That is fishing for some people. Because right now we've done everything. There's nothing in there, mate. I'm telling you, there's nothing in there. I don't know. To be honest, it's depressing to do this.
Come on, there's still time. This could turn down.
Trust me, man. We could put so much food in there. That fish is probably saying, "What's going on?" There's so much bait we put in there. There's nothing. Nothing.
At least you look good.
Listen, I look good. I gotta look at all my gear. Bought all that for one day. I have to send it back. Didn't catch nothing.
Sad times for Derek Chisora.
Yeah, but it's been good fun, you know, for charity. It's quite cool. Loved it. Spent the whole day up in the field. Why not? The only thing I caught was a cold.
Make sure you join us after the break as our anglers are back at their pegs as the Sunbet's PDC Fishing Championship continues. Hello and welcome back to the Dart Show. Now this month we're filming from the PDC Fishing Championship. Now we've also seen this month the Pro Tour continue away from the cameras. Now one name that's been thrown about a lot is Rob Crossan.
Yeah, and we'll hear from Rob in a moment, but you haven't seen Rob, say, when we put the top 32 in the world rankings up earlier on in the show. That's because it's done on a 2-year order of merit, the amount of money these guys have won over a 2-year spell. Rob Cross has only been playing on the full tour for a matter of months, but he is absolutely flying. On the Pro Tour order of merit, it's a 1-year list, and that's all your Players' Championship events in leisure centres, the UK Open qualifiers, and these European Tour events all over Europe. Rob Cross is tearing it up. Already won a couple of titles, and he has shot up that list, and that is a really important place to be, right near the top of there, because you get in the top 16 there, you start getting in all the big TV tournaments. So we will be seeing Rob Cross at the match play, for example. Paul, you know, when you were starting out, for example, getting up that Pro Tour order of merit, that 1-year list, can be as important as just being in the, you know, high in the world rankings itself.
Yeah, winning tournaments, which he's done, and doing well all the time. It's the building block for doing the bigger things, getting into the TV events, getting invitations to World Series and other things like the Grand Slam of darts. Rob Cross understands this. He's had this explosive start. It's up to him now, with the security that he's given himself. What he does with it now is up to him.
Well, let's hear from him now. We caught up with him in his hometown of Hastings. Since competing as an amateur in the UK Open in 2016, Rob Cross has turned professional and is currently having the year of his darting life.
When I was 11, I went and played a competition under 15s and I managed to win that. Got asked to play Sussex youth system in the county, and that was really enjoyable. Barry Hearn paid for this. I'm going to enjoy this one. Cheers, Barry. I had a big period where I sort of give up for 2-3 years because of my job. It was too much, and I wanted to spend a lot of time with my son. And then really the big eye-opener for me was when the uncle, he actually come and picked me up. He made me go to Norwich to qualify for the UK Open, and I managed to get through. But that UK Open that weekend, it changed my life.
Rob Cross, the stuff of darting dreams.
But the Challenge Tour, I think I come off with the UK, obviously. I come off with a massive high and sort of spiralled straight into the Challenge Tour. The difference was when I come to the Challenge Tour, because of the confidence and because of the way I felt with it, and I wanted to take it more seriously. I upped me practicing, and I used to practice more, I used to play more. I think that helped me, because when I got on there and you win one, the confidence what you get off of that going forward, it's been a massive checklist, and you just keep ticking boxes to what you can do and what you can't, and ones what you can't, you just work out to make better. Yes, get in there. Once I had my tour card, I always said to myself after the UK, because I believed I could compete with the best in the world, I decided to give up work, and I thought I can have 2 years at this. And it's a dream. Can I get some king prawns in Bratter, please? I'd like to break the top 32 by the end of the season now. When I started this year, I wanted to break the top 64 and get myself, obviously, as near to the 32 as I could. But, yeah, everything changes as it goes on. Obviously, I didn't expect to come in here and do what I've done in 5 months or 6 months. I still feel there's plenty more to come. I'm definitely getting one of these bad boys when I win the match play. I'm only trying to get better. I want to get up that ranking a bit further, and eventually I want to be the best in the world.
Well, a bit of a character there, Rob Cross certainly is. Now, how would you describe his year so far?
Well, he's hit the ground running, hasn't he? He came into the Pro Tour with a bit of hype, winning the Challenge Tour last year, and out of nowhere, really, he just said, you know what, I'm ready for this. And he won 2 titles in his first few months. I can't remember anybody doing that before. So now it's a case of we are taking him seriously. But he's not the only person who's playing well. Isn't that right, Dan?
No, I mean, it's not all about Rob Cross. And I mean, personally, I think he's had as good a first year as anybody. You can include Dave Chisnell, Stephen Bunting. The only thing we're waiting to see from Rob Cross is how he performs in longer formats in the big TV tournaments. We're, of course, going to get a chance to see him at the match play. Another man we're going to see at the match play, once again, is Steve Beaton, who managed to win his first PDC title in 4 years. Beat Gary Anderson in the final in Wigan, and that means that he's gone up enough on that Pro Tour order of merit that we were talking about earlier on to make sure that he does get to the Winter Gardens in Blackpool. Gary Anderson, though, he's in some real form as well. He managed to go and win the next day, beat Ian the Diamond White, who is somewhere over there. I think we're going to get to him in a moment. And of course, Michael van Gerwen winning 2 Euro Tour titles back-to-back as well.
Yeah, well, Ian certainly is on the lake. Let's go and catch up with all the fishing action so far.
Sam Egginton, champion boxer. A bit of a wet last hour for you. How did you find it?
It was hard work, mate. I mean, just to sit there still for that long was hard work. I mean, you know, it's good fun. It was a good day.
Didn't think you did that well then, in terms of you're not going to trouble the winners?
Nah, I'm not on the leaderboard, mate. I can tell you that for now. But we've got a couple of fish, but no bigger than a fish finger. So, you know, we're not on the leaderboard.
Jackie, the weather turned pretty nasty. There weren't many fish jumping into your net, and yet you still seem to have a smile on your face just about.
Do you know what? It has actually been a wonderful day, despite the fact that it's been pouring down with rain, and not a single fish, not many, not a single fish even bothered to nibble around the parameter of our rod or net. It's very disappointing, but it's been really good fun.
Barry, you were hoping for some last-minute inspiration. Did it turn up?
I had a great idea about a darts event, but the fishing, I'm afraid, was a no-no. So, no, it didn't, but what a wonderful day, and of course, there's always next year.
I'm a lot more confident than last year because we have actually caught this year, haven't we?
Yeah, we've actually caught a few.
Yeah.
I don't think we've won, but hopefully
At
not
least we'll be on
last.
the leaderboard somewhere.
Yeah.
We could be last on the leaderboard.
I think we'll be above. I think people have caught. I've seen what Tim Reynolds has caught from some bears. I think it's like this big.
The first half was a bit slow. I only caught a couple of pounds, and then after the break, I caught a nice one, about 4.5 pounds, and I thought I was in for a bit of a shout. But I've just heard the snooker boys have run away with it, so we'll have to see.
The snooker boys are looking a little bit dangerous. Mark Williams has got a smile on his face, which is dangerous. McCulloch and Davis are always terribly passionate about their angling. I'm fearful of the worst, because obviously I want a darts victory on a darts day. I may be unlucky.
Are you still hopeful then that the darts boys might have pulled this off?
Yeah, I've seen Richie catching a few, and Bobby caught a couple of carp, beside me. So hopefully, we could still win it as a team.
To be fair, you did say at the start of the day, Davis was the one man you wanted to beat. That would hurt, wouldn't it, Barry?
I didn't want to beat him. I wanted to smash him up. After 42 years of putting up with him winning, I was so happy when he retired. Mind you, judging by his results, I thought he'd retired 5 years before, but no, I'm afraid he's done me again. I'll get used to it. I'll just smile and carry on in my own inimitable style.
Unlikely that you'll be achieving individual glory once more today. However, the snooker lads seem to have represented pretty well. They've got a chance.
Yeah, it looks like Mark Williams has hit, and also Ian McCulloch had a decent fish in there, even though he's upset that he could have caught more. Yeah, we may well have been in the running here. I don't know, but it would be nice, because obviously we talked a good game beforehand. It's always nice to back it up.
The boxing lads, I mean, do you feel there may have been a weak link somewhere in that team?
Not me, I know there was a weak link. His name's Derek Jazora. I knew that before. I brought him down here. It took me 3 weeks to convince him to come. He's never fished in his life. I told him it was going to be amazing. He was going to catch loads of fish and he caught nothing. The journey on the way home is going to be a quiet one. Yeah, he weren't happy.
Well, what a great day it's been. Let's now take a look at the final leaderboard of the 2017 Sunbet's PDC Fishing Championship. And no surprises, Team Snooker took the top spot.
Your team champions, Team Snooker.
And on to the individual awards now. In fourth place was Steve Brown. In third place, helped by that catch just seconds before the hooter, was Ian McCulloch. Second place went to Scott Mitchell. And the winning spot, the 2-times world snooker champion with a final weight of £9 8 ounces, was Mark Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a total catch of £9 8 ounces, it's Mark Williams.
Mark, congratulations. You've got the trophy in your hand. Individual winner, PDC Fishing Champion for 2017. Surely this means the world to you.
I mean, it's the first trophy I won for years, so I'll take any trophy. But it's been a fantastic day. You know, I like fishing anyway, but to get invited to participate in something like this is just, you know, it's a great day out, and obviously you're earning a lot of money for charity as well, which is extra special. But the day was fantastic.
What do you think won it for you in the end?
The fish.
A particular one? Was it that one first off?
No, I caught about 3 or 4 really nice big breams, I think, and I didn't catch one carp, but I caught a few breams, some little roaches and that, and it all added up in the end. I've nicked it.
It's got to feel good though, Barry Hearn on his darts fishing day, handing over the trophy to yourself, a snooker player.
Yeah, he will absolutely be devastated handing me a trophy for the darts fishing. He will hate it, and I'll be straight on Twitter now, winding him up forever.
Well, not the ideal weather conditions at the end of the day, but certainly a fantastic day of fishing. Well, let's move back to the world of darts then. We've got loads coming up over the next month. Here's what's on the way. The PDC World Series of Darts continues as we return to Shanghai. Now, can Michael van Gerwen win again in China? Then we're off to the bright lights of Las Vegas for the inaugural US Darts Masters. And the highlight of the summer sees 32 players compete in the World Match Play, where Michael van Gerwen is aiming for a 3rd straight Blackpool title. Well, busy as ever. Dan, lots of expectations going into Shanghai and Las Vegas.
Yeah, those 2 World Series events are big for slightly different reasons. Shanghai first, obviously. Barry Hearn has said that taking darts to China is a 10-year plan. This is only year 2, so it's got a long, long way to go. But when you look at how snooker has evolved in China, they've got top players now, they're getting huge audiences from China, and that's the ultimate aim, but it will take a bit of time. It's going to take time with the US as well, returning to America, and the first, big stage darts we've had in North America for the best part of a decade. So that Las Vegas event is, again, a significant step, but it's very early days. So, you know, we can expect fireworks on the stage, but getting everybody to buy into it could take a little bit longer.
Yeah. Now, Paul, what is it about the World Match Play that's getting everyone so excited?
What's about the history? History. Not to quote Sid Riddell from the 2002 Nine Darter that Phil hit, but that's what it's all about. It's an event that started in 1994 when Larry Butler took the title over Dennis Priestley, and people understand that this venue has always been there. It's the only darts tournament that has had that history for over 20 odd years, and it's the story that comes with the match play this year, being Phil Taylor's last World Match Play and Rob Cross's first, and there are some other debutants there like James Jammy Dodger Wilson, so there's a lot of stories to look out for, and I for one love watching this tournament. It is the 2nd biggest tournament in the world, I don't care what anybody says, and it's going to be fantastic summer in Blackpool yet again. Yeah,
it certainly is. Well, thanks so much for joining us today, and congratulations, as we hate to say it, to the snooker boys for their victory today for the PDC Fishing Championship. It's been a great show. The Darts Show, of course, we'll see you again next month. Bye-bye.